please welcome U.S. Senator Alex Padilla.
Good morning, San Jose. 2 minutes later to be good afternoon, San Jose. But it's great to be here. Thank you for the weather, by the way. It is absolutely gorgeous outside. And I know it's a thrill for me to be here alongside my colleague, Senator Butler, who you heard from just a minute ago, Secretary Becerra, and of course, California's own Vice President Kamala Harris. You know, she's been such an unwavering champion for reproductive rights, and I'm just so thrilled that she has not just continued to lead, but has brought us all together today to have this very important and timely conversation. Because what we should be doing today is celebrating the 51st anniversary of Roe v. Wade. But instead, here in San Jose, throughout California, and throughout the country, women are living with one less essential right that was in place for half a century. Why? Because about 18 months ago, a radical right wing of the Supreme Court of the United States chose to overturn 5 decades of precedent and strip away the right to an abortion. It was the culmination, as many of you know, of decades of deliberate work by Republicans to deny women the ability to make decisions about their own bodies. And when that decision came out, while Republicans celebrated, millions of Americans mourned the loss of that fundamental freedom. Do you remember that day? Do you remember where you were? And you remember how you felt. But something else happened that day. Something began to change that week. Because you see, that very week, a sea of protesters crowded the streets of Washington, D.C., flooded parks in New York City, and yes, marched down Santa Clara Street to City Hall right here in San Jose. Women who had fought 50 years ago for the right to choose found themselves in a position to have to protest once again. And that month, Americans in states across the country organized, donated, and paved the way for women to safely travel out of state to receive the care that they needed. And that year, in election after election, we won. We won not just in the bluest of blue states, but even in the reddest of red states. Because whenever and wherever reproductive rights were on the ballot, from Kansas to California, we won time and time again. Now here in California, Californians voted in overwhelming numbers to enshrine the right to reproductive freedom in our state constitution. And every day since, we've also continued to serve as a safe haven for those forced to flee their own states to receive the care that they need. But also, California prides itself in its national leadership to protect providers. But make no mistake, nearly 27 million women still live in a state with an abortion ban or significant restrictions, and millions more living in fear of the threat of a national abortion ban. So as long as Republicans in Congress continue to push for a national abortion ban, as long as the leader of the Republican Party continues to brag about overturning Roe and taking away our freedoms, and as long as justices on the Supreme Court tear up precedent impacting not just abortion, but also same-sex marriage or interracial relationships and more, we know that we can't let up and we won't let up. The stakes are simply too high. So we're going to continue to speak up, we're going to continue to stand up, we're going to continue to march, and we're going to continue to fight until all of our rights are restored. Thank you all very much.